Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to look at jetpack racing, and I cannot believe how far into the future we actually are. Let's check this out.
It's the wind and the suit itself to try and just keep it going. There are moments when you do get to appreciate the amount of power that you are using when you're doing like aggressive launches or aggressive turns, and you get that buzz of acceleration where you're like, whoa, we're dealing with something special.
All right, so that's Freddie. He has a background in stunts, and I think that's interesting that all these people come from these different areas of life and try to apply their skills to this new thing. Because all these people have used jetpacks. They all kind of sort of know each other a little bit because it's a smaller community of like elite people that do this. But yeah, their backgrounds are really diverse, and pretty cool contender coming up next.
I'm Poulter. I am a jet suit pilot. Being a female pilot, there's pros and cons to everything, right? The pro is that you're generally one of the lightest pilots, which is great. You use less fuel, you can fly on less power, you can generally fly for longer. Everything's theoretically like a bit easier when it's on lower power.
So I like playing, or at least I did like to play racing games, like back in the day, like Jet Moto and stuff like that. Things that weren't like normal race cars or Formula Ones, that type of thing. But yeah, so this is kind of like that. Like all these people have these different attributes and different strengths, and I just think that's so cool.
So all of those sides are really great, but then on the flip side, as you start flying faster and more dynamically, and you start really getting into these big long courses, and you get the wind involved and all these different aspects, it is a very physical sport. I have two goals: don't get wet, and don't get disqualified. That was pretty much it. And if I say this and then I get one of those two things happens on the race, I'm going to be really sad. Anything can happen. People can crash out, people can get overexcited and go wide on a corner. Anything might happen. It's actually really hard to tell, which is really exciting about it.
Like some of these shots with them like walking down the runways, I'm just thinking of, I don't know why I'm thinking, maybe the music is helping me, like Blade Runner, and this is going to be a deep track right here. Nerd Glasses, Push 'Em Up, Robot Jocks, and I'm also showing my age a little bit, so let me just go ahead and stop.
Thought I'd be miles behind, but actually doing all this testing, I feel like we'll all have a chance.
Well, here we go then. On the right-hand side, Freddie High, the 25-year-old from Surrey, friends with Paul Jones.
Okay, so the way that this is going to work is they're going to do head-to-heads, and then the top like 4 or 5 times are going to move on to the final, and they'll just kind of all race each other, which is amazing.
The other jet suit pilots used to go climbing with him. On the left-hand side in the white race suit is Rowan Poulter from Bristol. Well, history is about to be made. The first ever jet suit race. And what a place to do it.
Okay, who do you think is going to pull it off? Do you think Rowan or Freddie? White or blue?
So the first ever jet suit race.
I like these outfits. These outfits look dope.
Rowan Poulter in white. The jet.
Like, things have come so far. Oh, by the way, this is a drone flying in, capturing the shots. I'm definitely going to learn to become a drone pilot because I think that's cool. I'd love to try one of those suits, though. I remember when they first started with this stuff, with the water-propelled suits. They just look big and clunky and ridiculous. I'm sure they're fun, and they definitely take talent, but this is just a whole nother ball game, how small all of these things are on them.
Suits starting to spool up. We're about to make history here in Dubai. The first ever jet suit race about to take off.
Man, this is so awesome.
It's about to get very noisy. When those flags drop, the race will start. The pilots get ready. And we are off and we are running. It's a great start by Rowan Poulter in the white race suit on the inside. Freddie High has got the wider line to the first turn. The right-hander.
Man, only in Dubai, man.
Can see just there.
They deliver food.
Rowan takes a very...
Let me stop this because I don't know how this sounds. But seriously, in Dubai, you can get food delivered to the spot that you're standing, wherever you are, like by a person wearing one of these jetpacks. This shit is crazy.
slow, tentative turn, and Freddie High has got this one at the moment as they head to the second right hand of the green pylon. And Rowan's on the inside. Freddie's
Man,
gonna try and
this
get
looks
on the
good.
inside. I think he's got a... No, he hasn't. Look at that lead that Rowan's
I
got.
like
She
both of
leads
these
away,
people.
and off she goes towards the red
But she has got a
pylon, right
really
there, the red
big lead
pylon.
on him.
But she's overshot. Rowan's overshot.
Oh, man. Yeah, so she overshot. She went this way towards these two pylons, but it's not over. Like that, you go through those when you're done. She needed to turn around, and Freddie's right here, and Roan is right over here. So, I mean, she had a really big lead, but she just lost it there. I don't know. Maybe she just kind of got lost up in the moment because, I mean, it's a lot of pressure. It's the first, she is a part of the first drone race ever. Jetpack, but one of only two people. Come on, that is wild. And the only woman competing. So, I mean, you know, shit happens.
Freddie following her too, but he manages to realise he turns early.
Oh, man.
It's the first
Come
time
on.
they've seen this course. Freddie
Come
has the
on.
lead, quite an extensive lead.
Whoa.
You see, goes round this yellow pylon one more time.
I don't know.
And down towards the finish
I don't
line.
think she can come
Remember,
back.
It's all about times here. The
Like, she was
fastest
really
four times
fast.
to go through to the final. If you're in 5th and 6th, you'll have to face the eliminator. And Freddie High crosses in first place, sets the first time here
Man.
in the Jet Suit Race Series.
I mean, I like them both. I mean, they're both cool, but it would have been awesome, you know, this guy. Hold up. Okay, let me talk about this guy for a second, because you're going to get to know him. The Jets are loud. He's trying to talk over them, so you can't really hear what he's saying, number one. He's not the most aware of announcers in so many different ways. And, like, I don't want to hate on him for how he sounds, because obviously people have, like, British dialects. But, like, his sounds like like there's someone's just inserted so much like arrogance, like he's a jock, like teasing all of these like nerds wearing like the gear and whatever. And you'll see. I'm saying too much. You'll see.
At this stage, they are absolutely dumbfounded, blown away as we are. We're going to wait for them to come over and have a few words, just shutting down the race suits right
God,
now.
this is so
and
cool.
There's a bit of a cheer going on over my shoulder too. Let's have a little word from Freddie as he comes over. Freddie, come over here. I know you want to say well done to Rowan, but Freddie, that was
Okay, all right. So I know Freddie's kind of closer to him. Notice how he talks to the winner first. Let me just point that out.
Yeah, that was just an unbelievable experience. You know, we've been flying out here in Dubai for the last few days getting ready for this, but actually racing, actually doing it in front of this crowd with Rowan here, it's just been amazing.
history has been made in the first ever heat of the Jet Suit Race Series, where you've got yourself a pretty decent marker there. It's a pretty good time. Any wobbly moments for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a race, so we're pushing it. We're like, it's such a new sport, we're still finding the limits. So, you know, a couple of times it's probably been a bit hairier than I've been in the practice, but, you know, we've been training, so I'm sure we all feel ready for it. So nothing came too unexpected.
Well done. Go and relax a little bit. We're here from Rowan as well now. Let's get Rowan up here. Richard's having a bit of a debrief in fact right now, so let's see if we can get hold of Rowan. Rowan.
Now, keep in mind, she overshot. So as a professional, someone that, you know, takes all this stuff pretty seriously, I'm sure she would be a little disappointed. Listen to this dude.
Let's have a word with you. I mean, that was absolutely awesome.
Yeah, it was fast. I went the wrong way, so yeah, that wasn't ideal. But you know, these things happen.
It does happen. There were a couple of moments as well. I mean, off the launch, it looked like you dipped very, very low. I mean, you're a couple of feet above the water, maybe.
Nah, it was actually probably not as bad as it looks. I wasn't kicking up spray, and that's normally a bad sign. So yeah, I think it was fine.
How do you think it all went, though? And what was it like for you being part of the first ever race in the Jet Suit Series?
It was amazing to be a part of it. It would have been nice if I'd actually done the course.
There you go, Rowan. They're completing the lap. Sounded a little bit dejected, maybe, but that's the way it goes, isn't it? Of course, in racing, this is an unfamiliar territory for these pilots. They've never raced before, and that is key to this. They've never raced together like this. They've practiced and practiced and practiced, but you really can't kind of put into practice a race scenario. So Rowan and Freddie are going to make their way back across the water right now, and I suspect Freddie's going to get ready for a final Oh yes, get ready, Freddie, for the final in just a bit. But we're about to move on to heat number 2. We saw him fly a little bit earlier on. Ahmed is going to be up here, a local boy from the UAE, from Dubai, in fact, jet suit man. He is a 6-time Guinness World Record holder. He is up next, and he's going up alongside another very, very capable pilot. Let's have a look at him.
My name's Ryan Hopgood. So I got involved with gravity from the very beginning. I was quite a natural at it. I fell into the flight position, quite quick and managed to get hover within 3 goes. The capabilities of the suit, it does still blow my mind. Every now and again you got to stop and think about what that suit allows you to do, and that's when you sort of just think, hang on a minute, this is crazy.
My name is Ahmed Al-Shahi. I'm an athlete from Skydive Dubai and ex-Dubai. Yeah, I'm already an extreme sport, I can say. I start in water sport as in competing in a wakeboarding, 14 days. I know the chance is very less for me to be in the first, but we'll try.
Well, heat number 2, jet pilots getting ready. The jet suits burn through 5 litres of fuel every single minute. Well, this one is Ryan Hopgood in the green race suit against...
If you had one of these jet suits, what would you use it for? I mean, obviously, you would just want to fly around and whatever, but do you have any specific application that you would use one of these for? I don't know. I'm trying to think about it because you can't use your hands.
Ahmed Al-Shahi, the 35-year-old from the UAE, wingsuit flyer, jet suit pilot, wakeboarder, and they're off and they're running. It's a great start from both. A much more horizontal start, though, by Ahmed Al-Shahi, as you saw Ryan Hopgood leap up into the air, get a lot more elevation, but he has got the pace going into the first turn. Around the pylon he goes, and Ahmed Al-Shahi seems to drop low. Can he hold it? He's right on top of the water.
Come on,
He's
come on,
back
come
up in
on.
the air, manages to hold it.
Okay.
As Hopgood gets further down the track and round the green pylon goes Ahmed Al-Shahi. He's struggling again. And as you see at the top of the picture, I think he's going to go in the drink.
No, come on. Not the local guy. Oh, man.
Goes Ahmed. He couldn't get himself back up. He looked like he was struggling, but a thumb in the air tells us he's okay. As Hopgood continues around the final yellow pylon and over the finish line, and he will take it. A great victory there for Ryan Hopgood, but Ahmed Al-Shahi has only been flying for 14 days, and maybe it was the experience there that got the better of him, but a fantastic performance from both.
Yeah, 14 days, I mean...
you know what went on around you just there, but you got off...
14 days, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, this is something that requires so much strength and just, core strength, balance. So
absolute flyer.
Did I? Yeah, I didn't know how far ahead I was until I went to go around the red and I sort of looked back to Ahmed. I think that's what I saw. Yeah, go in. But.
Well, you went for a swim. It's something that you guys have done a bit over the time, haven't you? It's not the most ideal situation, but it's a softer landing.
Oh, definitely. This is why we do it over water for that situation. He's most likely fine right now. You hit the water, you get a bit wet, but I mean, your suit floats and you're good, just waiting for a rescue boat to come get you.
Talk us through what it's been like for you being out here in Dubai and a part of this jet suit race series.
Oh, it's been absolutely incredible. I've been with this team for maybe 5 years or so now, and we've been dreaming of this moment. So to be out here actually, getting the ball rolling, it's just incredible.
And what is it like? Give us an idea of what it's like for you guys to actually, set off from the pier over there, from the runway. It's very high and, go straight over the water. What is the sensation of something like this jet suit like?
The height is definitely something new. We've not really played with that, but it's a lot of fun. But the whole flying concept is just freedom. That's, the best way I can explain it. You can go anywhere in a decent amount of time, and it's just incredible.
Some idea. People watch, it doesn't look easy to fly a jet suit. I've been in one, I didn't do very well. But Ahmed, he's going to get back in a suit and get underway, maybe not today, but pretty soon.
Oh yeah, easily. He'll come for more training and everything. Like I said, he's a natural at this. He's famously great in other sports, and this is just another one on his list. Thank you very much.
But he's coming to speak to us. He could just stay on that boat and say, no, I don't want to speak to you, but it looks like he's going to make his way around. In fact, He's posing for a few photos right now. Look at this. The rescue team, they want to take a photograph with him because he is such a legend around here. First ever UAE wingsuit man, which is incredible. The jet man, Ahmed. He's just going to make his way across now. We don't need to film him as he jumps from one boat to another because it might not be the most glamorous.
This dude, like, why wouldn't it be the most glamorous? This guy is popular in water sports. Why on earth would he not do well transferring from one boat to another? He just says things. I just don't.
Here he goes. He's going to make his way across. Let's get a quick one. In front there, you see Ryan and Ahmed. Just a bit of a high five and a bit of a hug as well from the team. Let's see if we can get a word with Ahmed. Yeah, can we get a quick word with you? It's a big jump, be careful. Not that you can get much wetter. Yeah, now listen, just turn around for us. I know you'll be disappointed with that because you didn't want to end up in the water, but we've been saying how impressive it's been for us to watch your development over just, 4 short weeks since you first put a jet suit on your back.
Yeah, first of all, thank you for coming here. And as a short term of training, and I joined the race, I'm proud of myself to make that happen. And I know I'm ended in the water, but everything is fine. I'm safe. No injury, no nothing, but at least we're having fun here.
You've trained and trained and trained over a very short period of time, 14 days training.
12 days, honestly.
12 days, 12 there you go, days, shortened to when we come to next time, you'll say it was 8. 12 days of training, Ahmed. And so watch you go around, a couple of moments there where you got quite low. I think it was around here, in fact, by the green pond, and you were very low. And that was when it was unable to sort of recover from it.
Absolutely. I tried to not little bit up. I think I catch some hot air, and that's what happened because I get low. But I try to not out, try to fight with it, then it doesn't happen.
No, we absolutely have loved having you here in the Jet Suit Race. It's been a real honour for us to have you here, to have a representative from the region as well out there in the jet suit. It's a shame to see you soaking wet, but look, the big smile on your face makes up for it.
I'm not feeling sad about it. This is part of the race. At least we are make it safe, happy. Everyone is happy. You have to give some action for the race, you know?
You absolutely do. There are some pilots that haven't joined Swim Club yet, and you've got ahead of the queue. So well done to you.
This guy is a fucking jerk. Can we get somebody different for the next jet suit race? But he tried to end it on a positive note, Ahmed, and he's like, of all the people that haven't been into the water, you're the first one. It's like, what is wrong with you?
Back on the boat, Ahmed. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Great to hear from him.
What's wrong with his camera?
He came over, a big beaming smile on his face. If you're wondering what he meant by notching, by the way the jet suits work, on the right-hand side, on their fingers on the right-hand side, they have a throttle. Now, the way they do is they set the power of the jet suits to a certain amount, like 80%, for example, based on the pilot's weight and a few other criteria. So they set the power, then they'll go full power on the right-hand side. So they set the power to 80%. The throttle on the right-hand side goes on fully on, and then they have a little switch on the left hand which goes up and down. So they notch up if they need more power, they notch down if they need less power. So when Ahmed said he went around the green pylon there and notched up, what he's talking about is increasing the power in his jet suit to help give him that elevation. But as he caught the hot air from Ryan, that gave him a bit of turbulence. It wasn't quite the air that the jet suit needed. Ideally, they need nice cold air throwing themselves through the jet to give it optimum power. And that's why he then fell into the water as he got nearer to the red pylon. He actually went on quite a long way, around 200 meters or so, very low to the water. So it was a very, very impressive performance. But we've had 2 heats, and we're about to move on to our 3rd heat of 4.
I love how when things happen in Dubai, things that have no business happening in Dubai just because it's a hot-ass place. Like these jetpacks, he just said that they do best in cold air. I mean, it's cool that they have a different tractor race on with different complications, but it is just kind of something that would happen, that they would just be like, no, I don't care. We'll just have it here.
Before we move on to the final, and we're going to find out who those pilots are. Here's a bit more.
My name's Jamie Stanley. I'm a professional stuntman and a jet suit pilot.
Okay, so this guy's the stunt man. I forgot what Freddie does, the first guy. I think maybe he's a dancer. I don't know.
My flying style, I think it can be quite erratic in parts. I hope that there aren't any collisions, but it is a natural part of any racing. It could absolutely happen. If it's going to happen, it'll happen today.
Hi, my name is Paul Jones. I was probably the slowest to learn to fly out of everyone. But the moment I just kind of switched off and was like, do you know what? It's not going anywhere. I started hovering like 2 goes later because my mind just wasn't with it. Everyone wants to win at the end of the day. We'd be lying if we all said we didn't really want to win, because everyone wants to be on that podium. And with that comes the risk of overcooking it, getting too close to someone. Who knows what will happen?
I like these stories. I like the way
here we
they're
go,
doing it
getting
and
ready
setting
for
it
heat
up.
Number 3. Where
I
do we
mean,
stand, though?
it makes
Well,
you
Grant Hopkins
care
with a
really
very
about the
good
people that
time,
are doing
as
this.
did Freddie High, a little bit slower.
And I
than
like
mine.
all of their backgrounds. These are just, this is just a cool ass group of
Trip
people.
around the track, so her time is a few seconds off the pace. Will it be enough? We just don't know. Well, the flag goes up, telling the pilots to get ready and start spooling up. And Ahmed El Shehi
He's like, I like all of them. I want them all to win.
Going for a swim, so he has a DNF. Jamie Stanley in the red suit, the 27-year-old from Farnham in the UK, a former Great British gymnast, professional stuntman nowadays though, working on some of the biggest Hollywood productions since his first ever stunt job back in 2017. And Paul Jones alongside him in the orange, the 29-year-old, also from the UK, Basingstoke more specifically, was a professional parkour and stunt athlete, also a rock climbing instructor nowadays and a route setter as well. Well, they look across at the start marshal. They are getting ready. You can tell the nerves starting to build, but you can also see that Paul Jones looks very, very determined just by his stance. Jamie Stanley looks
In
a
the
bit more
orange, he's ready to
relaxed
go.
at this early stage. It's going to
He's
feel
like
like an age.
he's
for the
determined.
Jets to spool
He
up.
has that underdog
Now,
mentality.
procedure on the starting here. They're checking all the gates.
He's hungry
That's
for
what
it.
Jamie's doing right now. So, start marshal just looking on, just making sure everything is in order, and looks like Jamie is giving them the okay. Thumbs up, I think, there from the start marshal. Yep, we're all good to go. And the flags go up into the air. We're about to get racing for heat number 3. Will it be Jamie Stanley in red or Paul Jones in the orange? We're about to find out. What a start from both of those. Very aggressive as Paul drops down towards the water surface, but manages to regain the altitude. And round the outside,
Oh,
he
look at
goes,
him.
leading quite a long way ahead of Jamie Stanley at this stage. And round
I like them both, but I want Paul to win. I want Paul to win. Paul deserves the win.
60-degree spin, a totally different technique from him.
So Jamie's going to be the flashy one. He might not win, but everybody's going to remember him for like his trick. But is that getting him? Is that making him any faster though? Because he's like losing all of his speed whenever he does that. So he's traveling a shorter distance.
Performance from Jamie Stanley. Oh, drama! Jamie Stanley is spinning out of control, but manages to regain as he.
He wasn't spinning out of control. I think he was just trying to, do stuntman level shit. But that spin that he was doing to get around the turns, I don't know if that made him any faster or not. What do you think?
Crosses the finish line. For a puff of his cheeks, I'm sure. That was dramatic, but what a great performance from both of these pilots, both setting incredibly quick times. I'm not sure if it's enough.
Landed
yet
really
for
well.
The final, we'll have to wait and see. But how about that from heat number 3? There's a lot of.
How about why is there not a bigger group watching this? This is really fucking cool, and it's out in the middle of nowhere. Like, not out in the middle of nowhere, but it's out in the middle of this open area. And I mean, there's not more people that would come out and watch this. I just don't understand.
Love there, a lot of love for Jamie. Let's forget Paul for a second. Let's go straight.
Ooh.
I'll go straight to Jamie if I can.
See, this inconsistency, this would be frustrating. Like Paul is focused on the win. We've seen him interview the winners first in the other heats, and now he's like, nah, Paul, fuck you. Let me interview Jamie because he did that cool spin. Like, you can still talk to him about that, but talk to the winner first. The winner. Or be consistent. Talk to losers first, and then talk to the winner.
And then I'm going to come to you in a minute, Paul. But let's go to Jamie. Jamie,
I'm going to come to you in a minute.
I know you've got to let the suit cool down.
In a minute.
But, I mean, needless showboating.
No, there's no showboating there whatsoever.
We were talking about your technique this
I don't even know what he said right there. He's like, no showboating, no.
There's no showboating there whatsoever.
I lost him. Like how the camera loses my face. I lost him.
160 spin as you go around these corners. You've discovered that that's a quicker way for you.
I think so. I mean, I could see Paul pulling away from me, so I was trying to...
I really don't think it is.
But yeah, he's quick.
Well done there to Jamie Stanley. Phenomenal performance.
Paul
Nice
in the
work.
orange is
Let's go to
banking.
the person who won that heat. Don't know the times just yet, but I suspect it was pretty quick.
Yeah, that was pretty wild. I mean, racing alongside Jamie there was fantastic. He's a lot faster than he thinks as well. Really, really cool. And then I saw your little spin 360, and I was like, oh, he went for it. Super excited. I was quite hesitant to see if I was going to try it or not.
There is just something when people throw in the word little. I don't know. Like, I saw your little spin. Like, I mean, he was trying something out. Like, should everybody just do the same shit? I'm sure if this sport continues on, there's going to be new techniques and tricks and things people figure out that they actually can do. This man right here is on the bleeding edge of jetpack racing.
We're doing it to the right, but it's left, right? So you smashed it, dude. Amazing.
You're a bit like Zoolander. You can only turn one way.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but yeah, such an amazing course.
Of course, he would reference Zoolander.
To see everyone fly like this, the whole team is doing an incredible effort, and yeah, to see all pilots fly like this is so exciting. It's so gripping watching everyone go. So
yeah,
really cool fun to go fly as well.
Well, we've got one more heat to go. Thank you very much, gents. You can make your way back. But well done. Excellent stuff. Legendary performance there from Jamie and for Paul. But he's going to be into the final for sure, along with Richard Browning. Let's find out a bit more from Richard and from Issa as well.
My name is Richard Browning. I am the founder and chief test pilot from Gravity, and we build and fly 1,000 horsepower jet suits.
Okay, so yeah, why wouldn't you do this? Why wouldn't you do it? You're the founder of the company. Yeah, you're going to be in the race, goddammit. I'm wearing one of the suits for sure.
7 years into a journey that started with a dream, a vision of could you get a human being to fly in a way that most people thought impossible. No business idea, no purpose, no practical application, just for the sheer joy of the challenge. But I can't deny, ever since taking to the skies with this equipment, I've always harbored this desire to actually push the limits of what you could really do with it in a safe environment over water. I probably come to this race with the most experience, but I'm also slightly over twice the age of quite a few of the pilots. So there is no doubt they are catching me up. It's going to be just spectacular.
I like it. He's putting it on the line. His own sport.
And I'm a jet suit pilot. Winning to me is like number one. My whole life, it's just been that mindset of winning, 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 winning. You won. I'm incredible.
All right. Let me go ahead and stop it. Let me go ahead and say it. Why is it that whenever there's like the sole black person in something, their outfit is black? I just don't understand. Everybody, like I said in the TikTok video, by the way, go there and follow. Same channel name. But everybody else has these bright ass colors. Yellow, orange. You got red, blue. Why is the only black person in black? It's just, and this is not just with black people that I've noticed this. I've noticed that in a lot of like commercials, but that highlight Asians, I'm noticing a lot of the color yellow in these commercials. I mean, in overwhelming abundance. And it's like the predominant color in the entire commercial. Like things that are not supposed to be that color are that color. It's just, I think I was, I think someone told me that there's a movement by some to kind of reclaim that, like the color yellow. I don't know. Definitely, if you have any insight on this, leave that in the comments. But right here, sole black competitor. Everybody else has all of the colors in the world. Could have gave him like a purple. Now for the letters, they're going to represent his letters as purple because you can't put black on black, a black background. But they could have given him a purple suit. That would have been baller. But still, Wakanda. I mean, it's still a cool thing, but it's like, why does it have to always be in association with the person's ethnicity if they're like the sole person in the? I don't know. Am I just crazy? Am I just crazy? Did the camera lose me? It lost me. So tell me what you think is going on here. Do you think that this is something that was just an accident, like a happy accident? Or do you think that this is something that was intentional? So we'll see.
Competitive, and the thought of losing like infuriates me. The strategy now is to dial in that power. I say if you're in my way, game over. So I'm not stopping for
It's game over.
Race numbers number 1. Now, yeah, I debated this for a good few days. If you know what I'm like, you know that's an ESA number. So I had to go for the number 1. There was a few numbers
That's
I was
right.
debating, but number 1, here we go.
Number one. What's going on with my camera?
On to the 4th and final
got a
hit
mind
before
of
we
its own.
start facing the eliminator. Remember, it's the top 4 quickest times progress directly to the final. Those in 5th and 6th will have the eliminator, with the winner progressing through. Issa Calfon nearest to us in the black suit with number 1. Extremely confident pilot. Alongside him in the yellow is Richard Browning, the 45-year-old from Salisbury, the founder of Gravity Industries. But the flags are in the air. We're about to get going for the 4th and final heat. And we're off and running. It's a great
Good night. He got like double the distance.
That gives Issa a great head start down there. But look, Richard Browning has already
he's right on him.
that gap up. Issa has the inside and around he goes. A slightly tighter line there from
Come
Richard
on.
Browning.
Come on,
He
Issa.
might have this on the second turn as he goes wider in. He'll be narrow.
Look at
around.
him.
And yes, he gets him on the inside. And down they go towards the red pylon. 2 more turns to go.
Oh, man.
Richard Browning
It's
has
like
it
the
on the
angle
inside. Issa
sometimes
Calfon
throws me off on
making
how
the
far
turn
away
full
these
pace.
people are.
He goes backwards. No, he doesn't. He almost stops and he recovers. Richard Browning.
No, he was pulling that other guy's move. He just didn't do the full turn.
Aggressive, and they both head round. A swooping wide line from Richard Browning, and Issa Calfon cuts.
He got it.
Issa Calfon, I think, took that one almost neck and neck as they went across the line. Well,
He got it. I think that half turn that he did going around that pylon, I think that was the move. I think it was an improvement on the spin. It seemed like he recovered a lot faster and was able to get going a lot faster. And I think it helped. What do you think?
For both Issa Calfon and Richard Browning. I think Issa may have done it, but I'm pretty sure both would have secured their place in the final. Well, that race had it all. Wide lines, stopping and starting, aggressive racing. And look at Richard Browning. I think he enjoyed that. Issa just went so quickly. Richard took some wider lines. How about that?
All right. So they're both standing right there. It's not like one person's way in the back and one person's far forward. Now, there is one consideration, and that is the fact that the guy, Richard in yellow, is like the founder of the company that makes the packs. So yeah, you might talk to him first, but in my mind, you would talk to Issa, the winner, first, and then kind of save the last spot for Richard to kind of give the closing remark on whatever. I don't know.
Let's see. I don't know who to come to first. I don't know who got the win now. I have no idea. I'm going to come to Issa second, actually, Richard, because let's talk about lines. Let's talk about racing, how low you were over the water as well.
It's kind of fun kicking that water up, and I love coming into a tight turn when you pull up. It's like the cycle tracks where you gain that height to sort of stupor down into the next straight. Yeah, I just kind of love doing that. And also you get a much even greater sense of the speed that's cruising along the ground like that. It's great fun.
The start from you two was pretty incredible. I mean, you both just leapt off the pier and off you went. It was neck and neck into that first turn. Very different flying style, though. You have this kind of this fluid, angular move. It was very nice and swift. Allows you to take wider lines. But he's like a little rocket on the inside.
I mean, you genuinely came here thinking,
Wouldn't you direct a comment like that to more the winner than anybody else? It's like, what are you gonna have left to talk about with the winner? Like with the person that founded the company, you have tons of things that you can talk about with him. But with the winner, like you can only talk about the race.
you know, thinking this could be pretty epic. We've flown events all over the world and everybody loves seeing the flying, but let's go one step further and have that competitive combative element. And you never really know until you try it, but I think already it's frankly blown my mind of how exciting and crazy this is, and we've only just begun.
No, I'm not even racing, and I am absolutely buzzing. This is incredible. Issa, step forward, because we're talking about racing lines. I think you overshot there on the last lap up to the red pylon, I think, and you went...
Isn't the first thing that you would say to someone that won a race, congratulations? Huh? Like, no, the first thing is you messed up over there on that first pylon. What was that about?
Very, very wide, and you got the power back on.
Yeah, I knew I'd come a bit too
fast. That gave him an advantage.
Chuck everything forward to start chucking me back in the opposite direction, and managed to catch up. I knew I had a job to do, which is carry the speed and then carry the speed into the last corner to come round, and we were kind of neck and neck. Richard's slightly ahead of me, and I'm not too sure what happened, but we kind of just buzzed past the race finish gates, and yeah.
And also, because of that tight turn, he was able to get to the closer pylon where Richard had to go kind of, for the further pylon that was a little bit away from the inside pylon.
It's incredible.
No, I don't know the times just yet. I'm going to have to find out, but I think you're pretty safely through into the final. Can you win this thing?
I think, yes, of course, I could win this thing.
That's right. He was about to doubt himself. Then he came back. I lost the camera again. What is going on? He lost. Yeah, he came back though. I like that. He corrected himself right there, and he was like, no, I'm going to win. That's right.
That anything is possible.
And also, this announcer has not asked anybody else if they think they can win.
When anything could happen in this kind of sport, you just don't know. There's 1,000,001 outcomes. So we're just going to have to wait and see. All the other guys are flying, so it will be good. It will be good to get everyone head to head and see who comes up and the better man.
Fantastic competition so far. We've seen 4 heats, a decent crowd here as well here, being treated to a world first in the Jet Suit Race Series. We'll be back very soon with some updates on the eliminations. I'll get some times for you. We'll be back, like I say, for the eliminator. Who's going to be in the final? You'll have to wait and see. On we go to the eliminator. We have seen 4 heats. We know where they all stand.
Okay, so unfortunately, whoever loses this is just out from the final. And it's kind of odd that so many people go through to the final. But, there are not very many competitors, so I kind of understand that. But yeah, I am pulling for Freddie. Steady Freddie on this one.
Pilots in 5th and 6th positions from their pace, although Ryan Hopgood looked incredibly good in his heat. Well,
if that one lady did not overshoot that, and I know she knows this, and I know this probably just bugs the ever-living fuck out of her that she is not up on this standings board. But if she had just gotten around that one pylon, that one turn where she overshot, I truly do believe she could have been in the final. And she might have even stood a chance to be top, 2, top 3.
Finished 5th fastest. Freddie High in the blue suit. You can see the camera on him right now. He was the 6th fastest. So it all comes down to this. The eliminator, the quickest pilot, goes through to the final. The slowest of these two is out. It is a proper
maybe not top 2 or 3 because Freddie, I don't know. So maybe she wouldn't have been in the elimination.
Ryan has the pace. Freddie, well, he's pretty good too. Very, very consistent is Freddie High, the 25-year-old from Surrey. I'm sure the nerves are starting to build. They desperately want to get into the final. Well, you see the start marshal has the flags in the air. The jets are spooled. We're getting ready to go. Who will make it through? We're about to find out. And we're off and we are running. It's a great start from Freddie High. It's another high takeoff there from Ryan Hopgood as he gets altitude. Freddie High has got the inside line. He's slightly ahead as well of the pilot in green.
All right, come on, Freddie.
Go for the first time. It's a very wide line though from Freddie. He looks like he's cutting Ryan off though as he goes round again. A very tight line
block
from
him.
Ryan Hopgood. He's got him on the inside.
Don't have to be polite.
That was cutting him through on the inside.
Maybe throw a kick.
He gets the pace, doesn't he? Starts getting his head down, leaning forward, and he leads around the red pylon. Only 2 more pylons to go. Freddie High drops low to the water. He's back underway again as Ryan heads down to the yellow. Round to the right he goes. He can see the finish line. He can see his place in the final. He is starting to slow. Freddie is closing in, and across they go. Oh, and almost a collision just there. Freddie High taking evasive action. Ryan landing.
Evasive
I'm not sure
action.
what happened just there. Ryan crossed the line first and almost stopped in the sky. And Freddie High, he had to think fast. And my word, he did a fist bump there from both. Both Ryan carried his line, and Freddie had all the pace, and they almost came together, colliding in midair. They didn't collide in midair. They're very, very experienced pilots. Ryan will make his way through into the final. The boat is going to come and collect them, but we'll try and get a very quick word from these two pilots right now. Wow, I just want to see if we can get in and see what these two pilots are saying to each other, because it was so, so close. I know you're going to get ready straight away, Ryan, for this this final, so we'll get you back on that boat as quickly as we can. But talk us through that one, because
that one makes sense. He has a very good reason for talking to Ryan first, but he also has a very good reason because he actually won. So,
I mean, there's a phrase, off like a scalded cat. You were absolutely flying from the start.
Yeah, thank you. That was a lot of fun. I mean, taking off with Freddie there, it was absolutely incredible to be going down that first straight together. I can't remember what part I overtook you, to be honest. And there was a bit of a close call at the moment from me. Towards the end, my shoulder just started to feel a bit fatigued, so I thought I'd get to the pontoon as quick as I could. So sorry about cutting you up there. Yeah, it was a good race. Lots of fun.
It was a fantastic race for us to watch. Go and get
look
yourself
at that sportsmanship.
Ryan, as he says, he has got a slightly injured shoulder. We'll come to that in just a bit. But Freddie, while we got you here, I mean, you gave it your all. You went into that first corner, that first pile on the yellow just there, and you were slightly ahead, and then his nippy little fella got in underneath you.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's got a bit more experience than me, so he just, is a bit more experienced with these kind of tight maneuvers that we experience at these high speeds. So he was just able to eke it out at the end there. But it was such a good race, and yeah, Ryan was the first of the gravity guys who took me out over water. So being able to race alongside him was really cool.
Go and get yourself back in the boat. We'll catch up later on. But word on there to
Cheers.
Freddie. A fantastic competition. I'm sure you'll agree. We have seen some fantastic, fantastic racing from all these pilots, all 8 of them out here today. And we have got the biggest treat of all coming our way with the final. Don't go anywhere. You do not want to miss this. Well, this is the moment.
I would love to watch this live.
For history in the making. 5 pilots, 5 jet suits springing into life.
All right. So we got Freddie, we got Jamie, we got Richard, the founder, we got Issa, we got Paul Jones. So I'm pulling for Issa. I mean, he seems like he's hungry. He seems like he wants it, and I like that correction that he made but he was saying that he thinks or he knows that he's going to win. So I like that. But seeing the founder in here, that's kind of cool. I like that. Then we got the underdog, we got the stunt man, and then we got Freddie, who just barely made his way in, but he made it. So let's see what happens with this.
Freddie High, he gets the reprieve. Lost out in the eliminator to Ryan Hopgood, but due to injury to Ryan, that means Freddie takes his place back up in the blue. 3 races in 1 day.
So Ryan got injured. Oh, that's right. He was saying that.
Stanley in red along.
Yeah, so Ryan was saying that his shoulder was hurting. That's why he went to the platform really fast, and Freddie, he kind of cut off Freddie. Oh, man. So Freddie's in it. Freddie's in.
Side in the yellow, Richard Browning. On the far side, you see Issa Calvon in the black, and in the orange, it's Paul Jones. This is about to get very, very noisy, very, very dramatic with this Dubai backdrop, a fitting setting for the first ever Jet Suit Race Series. The Star Marshal looking down the line. He's making sure all pilots are okay. Pretty sure they're ready to go. Jamie Stanley just getting his jets nice and comfortable in his hands, and a nod over to say he's ready to go. So here we go. Build the noise. The flags are up. The pilots are ready. And we are off, and it's neck and neck as they lead. A great start, though, for Jamie Stanley. He leads off and running, but what about that on the outside? That is Richard Browning around the first pylon. He's around 30 meters ahead.
Where's
a
Issa?
gaggle of pilots follow through. No one
looks like he's in the center of the pack.
It's a wide line, though, for Richard Browning, and that is allowing a pilot through. Who is it?
Man, they got all these bright colors. I can't see not a color on here.
It's Issa Calfon. Issa Calfon sneaks through on the inside. A brilliant overtake for Calfon.
Goddamn right.
Away now.
Look at the lead that he has. He's over. Look at him. He's way over there. Everybody else is back here.
Richard Browning. He's taken a wide line, and that allows Issa Calfon.
Look. This is like some Usain Bolt level shit. Look at this distance. You haven't seen this in any race that's happened outside of the one where the guy fell in the water. But I mean, this distance is massive. It's like he ran the course one time and he was like, oh, I got it.
To stretch the lead and the others to gain
wow.
over the line. Issa Calfon,
and he's done. And now he can just wait. Right.
I think that
Paul
was Paul Jones in second. Yes,
Paul Jones, the underdog, second.
Third place. I think Freddie High has done it.
Yes, I like this. This top three is fantastic. I like this top three. Freddie came back from fucking being eliminated and placed. Paul Jones, he was like, I'm the slowest, you know, it took me the longest to learn this. Second place. Issa was like, I think I can win. Then he's like, I know I can win. First place. I love this. This turned out basically almost exactly the way that I wanted. So yeah.
Third, a great performance from all of these pilots, but how about that?
So wild.
Issa Calfon has done it. The 22-year-old from Winchester.
The winner of the first jetpack race ever in human history. Bam.
A former medal-winning gymnast and now the first ever jet suit race winner. Well,
guys just stacking up those credentials.
Oh, we hear from the pilots. Look at this. How about that on the crowd here? What do you think of that? Oh, that was awesome. A huge cheer goes up here on the banking as the pilots come down. Wow, that was amazing. I'm going to come to our race winner last of all, but flying across the line, Issa won that one. Issa on the cup.
Again, don't you talk to the winners first? Sports people, help me out. I don't watch a ton of sports. I watch like MMA. I watch soccer. But don't you talk to the winners first?
At the end, second place, I've forgotten who it was. Paul, come to me here. That was very well done there, chap. Somehow you kept abreast of who came second. I have no idea. Paul, let's come to you then. Second, I didn't know what that was going to look like. 5 pilots taken to the sky.
We were all so lost throughout the day trying to figure out what this pilot race was going to be like. And that was so much excitement in the air. It was unreal. I can't imagine what everyone here was looking at. Top competitors. These guys are all so fast. Every single one of these people, every single pilot that's flown today is incredibly talented.
Look, he was like in the back. He was last.
What a race. What competitors. I'm just speechless right now, to be honest. It's kind of mad.
Second place for you. I'm just going to speak to Richard quickly. Richard, can you come on in for a second? Because, I mean, you could have won that. You took a really, really wide line out the red.
Whoa. 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 You could have won that? Now, could it possibly be that maybe he could, and he, as the founder, did not want to be the winner? I seriously doubt that. I think if he could have won, he would have won.
Him on that straight there, and then just had this really wide, kind of thinking it might work, but yeah, those guys cut inside me, and then I like a target though. I don't know if I got Freddie or not on the finish line, but it was just massively fun. I mean, we've never done 5 pilot racing like that before, and that is epic. I mean, I think Issa just summed it up. We've got to do this every weekend.
Every weekend. I don't think my heart can take it. Let's just speak to third place. I'm pretty sure it was Freddie. He's going to make his way forward. Issa, just mind up for a second. Issa won it. Issa won it for sure. Let's get Freddie.
He's not telling anybody else to like move over or anything like that. You notice that?
Because it was very close between yourself and Richard there, of course. But you know, you got into the final sort of by a default because of Ryan pulling out there. A quick word on Ryan.
Yeah, I mean, Ryan's an amazing athlete. He's just suffering from a sustained injury from gymnastics, so it's quite unfortunate not to see him in the finals with everyone. But you know, his loss is my gain, and it's been amazing to fly around this course.
That's right.
Now I'm just going to speak to Issa. Can you come in, Issa, for a second? For everybody here on the bank.
Wait, so he's not speaking to everybody before Issa. He's speaking to Issa fourth?
I've been watching this here.
Did I miss something?
I mean, that was incredible. You were quite confident going into this.
Yeah, I'd say for me, I just like to keep confident, like to keep, prepared for everything. Yeah, I mean, last minute technical difficulties, had to swap suits, but we pulled it off. I was running back and forth from the paddocks, and
how awesome does that sound? Like that noise that's happening right now. Let me just go back, just a taste, and everybody's like powering down their suits.
Technical difficulties, had to swap suits, but we pulled it off. I was running back and forth from the paddocks, and yeah, we managed to pull it off and get it going and come away with the
That is so cool.
Today, so I'm extremely happy.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for the awards presentation here for what was an
Oh, that's right. Check out, look at this. This is the trophy. This is what they get. Like the winner.
Here in Dubai. Please welcome in third place, Freddie High. Takes his place there on the podium. In second place, and a fantastic performance as well, Paul Jones. And ladies and gentlemen, please make as much noise as you can.
Man, such a small crowd for this.
First ever jet suit race winner, Issa Kalfon.
God, this is so cool. Check this out.
What a trophy that is, Issa. How about that? Well, the jet suit
that's the one you hold up.
in a totally different way. And it's fair to say here in Dubai, with all the...
All right, I don't really need to see any more of him, but yeah. So this was just like crazy cool.
What a trophy that is, Issa. How about that?
So yeah, I'm just going to stop it right there. This was awesome. I love stuff like this. So if you have any recommendations on something that you would like to have me see, me see it, let me know, and I might do it. But yeah, so anything fun, anything cool, like the wild out there stuff, like this is amazing. And we just need more of an emphasis on technology and advancement, because there are so many things that we're capable of. Jetpacks, fucking jetpacks. But yeah, this is super. Also, real quick, shameless plug, got some merch, got some other channels. You should check these out. Well, if you like the video, definitely throw up a like, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to make more of these, whether you like it or not.